Hello, I'm David from Vibrant Midlife. Great to have you here.
Hi, everyone. I'm Emily. Last time we learned about the wisdom of running according to each person's health conditions, like high blood pressure and diabetes. It was really practical content.
Yes, that's right. Now I feel like I've become a veteran runner with all the running knowledge. But Emily, even knowing all this, there's still the biggest enemy that inevitably comes. It's the whisper inside me saying, should I take a day off today? It's loneliness and boredom.
Wow, that's something only someone who has deeply experienced running can say. You're absolutely right. Running is ultimately a battle with yourself, but there's a final secret weapon that makes that battle more enjoyable, longer lasting, and sustainable without getting tired. Today's topic is the power of running together, unending joy.
Running together? You mean running crews or clubs, right? I've never thought about it since I prefer running alone, but what's so good about it?
The power that the word together gives is truly magical. Let me tell you the three biggest advantages of running together that I think about. First, forced consistency is created.
Forced.
Think about it. On days when you're hesitating, it's raining today. Should I run or not? When a group message saying, I'll wait at the park comes, what happens? You have no choice but to tie your shoelaces. This positive responsibility of commitment becomes the most powerful motivation to overcome our fickle willpower.
So it's not just my own promise, but our promise becomes the driving force.
Exactly. Second, joy doubles, difficulty halves. When running 10 kilometers alone, you have to fight entirely with yourself. But when there's a companion running beside you, the distance seems to shrink while chatting. Each other's footsteps become encouragement, and a companion's just a little more shout on a tough uphill catches the heart that was about to give up. Especially the loneliness and boredom that middle-aged people feel are naturally resolved while running together.
That really makes sense. What's the third advantage?
Third, acceleration of growth is added. You naturally get living tips that you didn't know when running alone. New training methods, good running courses, latest equipment information, etc. When you run at the pace of someone who's a bit better than you experience surpassing your limits before you know it.
Listening to this, it sounds really appealing. But honestly, I'm a bit worried. I run slowly and I'm older, so what if I'm just a nuisance in a crew with only young people?
I'm sure many people listening to this broadcast have the same worry, but you don't need to worry at all. The better the running crew, the more they value the culture of togetherness. Most crews have groups of various speeds, and they naturally think of waiting for the slowest person as a given.
Really?
Of course. And recently, there are many running crews exclusively for people in their 40s and above, or small gatherings with the motto, slow and enjoyable. They place more meaning in creating healthy habits together rather than speed competition. There are even many crews that welcome beginners and grow together so newcomers can participate without burden.
If that's the case, I might be able to gather courage. Then how can I find such crews or gatherings?
The easiest way is to search for hashtags like #runningcrew, #middleagerunning, #runninginmyneighborhood on SNS like Instagram. You can also use the club function of running apps like Strava. You can easily find local running groups on Facebook groups or Meetup, and you can get regular meeting information from local gyms or running shops.
Even if it's not a grand crew, starting with just a friend or neighbor is also running together, right?
Of course. Let's meet at the park entrance every Saturday at 8 a.m. This small promise alone can completely change your running life by 180 degrees. It might be burdensome at first, but once you start, you'll fall into that joy.
Today, I feel the power of the word together once again. Completing 10 kilometers alone was satisfying, but the joy of completing it with someone must be different.
That's right. Running starts as a personal journey of taking care of yourself. But at the end, the joy of connecting with others and growing together as a community awaits. If running consistently alone feels difficult, gather courage and run together. The best way to overcome the loneliness and boredom of middle age is running together.
Yes, I should also find a companion to run with.
Great! In the next episode 21, we'll learn about modifying running plans according to age, 40s, 50s, 60s. I'll draw a long-term roadmap for living as a lifelong runner.
This was David.
And Emily.
Thanks for running with us.